is rebuild time yet again, and this weekend we are taking our talents to South America to rebuild Velez. Now, Velez are one of the most popular teams in Argentina from the perspective of bringing through youth and putting them into the first team and then obviously selling them on to the highest bidder. We will be jumping in game to take a look at Velez right now. As you can see, I mentioned the youth intakes and stuff like that. They have 18 for youth facilities. They have 19 for youth recruitment. They are a very, very good club. They got a nice little stadium there in Buenos Aires, which I'm looking forward to using. If we have a look at some of their history though, if we take a look at their overview, you can see they are one-time winners of the Copa Libertadores, the Champions League equivalent in South America. They won that in 1994, so a long, long time ago. And they've also won 10 Argentinian league titles, the most recent in 2013. And then you can see this form since has been janky at best. So they've done really, really well historically. Last season, I believe they finished, where is this? They finished in third, but obviously there are some big teams in Argentina, some of which that you will know. The main two, River Plate and Boca Juniors. They are going to be the big two teams that we are going to need to overthrow if we are going to want to rebuild Velez. In terms of the competitions and stuff that we are in, guys, they are in the Copa Libertadores. So this is kind of a little bit of an easier one for me potentially, but we've got a couple of other trophies as well that I would love to get my hands on. The Copa Argentina, which I'm looking forward to competing in, obviously the domestic cup. And they've also got a league cup as well, which is how the season starts. There's lots of football to be played in Argentina. If you have a look at the schedule, we've started pre-season very, very nicely. But if you look at the schedule, the League Cup takes up almost 4 months alongside Copa Libertadores qualifying, and then the main season doesn't actually start until July and then runs all the way almost through until Christmas. So there's lots of football to be played in Argentina, which is going to be very, very interesting. So we're going to need a good tactic, and this is the 𝘼𝙗𝙤 Volante Victory. If you've seen this video, the breakdown on my channel, please do let me know how you're getting on with this tactic, because I think is very, very good. This is my first time actually sitting down and using it for something that's not a test. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this does play out over the course of 5 seasons. This is the team though. No huge names that I recognise personally. Please don't take offence, any Velez fans, apart from this guy, Diego Godin, obviously the former Atletico Madrid player. I've played at Inter and stuff like that. He is 35 years of age, kind of rounding off his career in Argentina. But he's probably the most well-known player that we've got in the team. But we will be focusing in the development centre as well on a lot of these players coming through. We've got Matteo Sioni is a very nice little looking player, as is this guy, Santiago Castro, I believe. Yeah, he's quite well rounded as well, 17 years of age. There's a lot of good players in this team that are young, so we're going to have have our work cut out with us with some of these guys. I also know that this guy as well, Gianluca Pastiani, is very good as well, so we will be trying to get some game time into some of these youngsters. In terms of the competitions though, if we go and look at the league, I'd love to get my hands on a league title first. I think that's kind of required, because obviously in the Copa Libertadores you come up against some of the Brazilian big boys, which I will be trying to avoid at all costs. The Copa Libertadores, the media prediction says that we are going to finish in 4th, 25-1 to win the division. River are the team kind of expected to get the job done. They did win it the season prior, I believe, so they are the team to beat in season number 1. We are going to simulate over the course of the season all of these fixtures, and let's find out how we get on. So guys, before we dive into the results of season number 1, the best way for you guys to let me know that you are enjoying the content and enjoying the rebuilds and want to see more is by liking the video down below. It is the easiest way for me to know that you are enjoying the content, and if you are picking up things for the very first time, consider hitting the subscribe button whilst you're down there. It is free to do as well and really does help out the channel, so thank you very much to anyone who has done that off of today's video. So without any further ado, let's dive into season number 1. I actually think this is a very successful season. We finished 2nd in the league. The division is decided by goal difference. We actually finished on the same amount of points as champions River Plate, but they had a 6 better goal difference, so they kind of do edge us there. We're getting close. After the first season, I think we're getting quite close. We got knocked out in the semi-finals of the Copa Libertadores by Brazilian giants Flamengo. Obviously, they are the team with Gabriel Barbosa. So did they go on to win the final out of curiosity? No, they lost to Corinthians, another Brazilian team. So maybe we were the furthest of any of. Oh yeah, River lost to Corinthians as well. So 2 Argentines, 2 Brazilians in the final, in the semi-finals. The 2 Brazilians go through to win that. We got knocked out in the semi-finals of the Argentinian Cup. That was by Boca Juniors. If we click on that, Boca did win the Argentine Cup, but yeah, we lost 1-0 to Boca, and they win back-to-back cups there. We did win the Argentine League Cup, which is quite nice as a bit of a season opener. Actually quite happy with this. Actually, looking at the competition reputation, the Argentine League Cup is above the Copa Argentina. Interesting. So maybe this is more prestigious. You're gonna have to let me know down in the comment section, anyone in Argentina, because I would definitely say that a League Cup is worse than the main cup, but you guys are gonna have to tell me. So season number 1 was pretty good. The finances at the club are really nice. We're in the positive, 4.2 million at the moment. We're well underspending in terms of our wage budget, and we don't actually have any debts or loans, which is fantastic. But that is partially because we are selling players left, right, and centre. We've got a couple of players that I need to talk to you about that were sold after the season had started. Francisco Ortega is one very well-rounded left back. If you wanted one, he is now at West Ham. We sold him to West Ham for £4.5 million. Gone, hasn't played. Fantastic, thank you, buddy. But it's some more money into the coffers. Matteo Sione, one of the players that I touched on that I thought would be quite good in the youth, coming through the youth ranks, he's gone as well. Fulham purchased him, and he is now on loan at Luton Town. £2.1 million for him. Like, these figures aren't going to be huge, guys, because I have to put a minimum fee release clause for foreign clubs in these players' contracts, and I'm not allowed to put it as extortionate. Valentin Gomez, another well-rounded young centre-back, 19 years of age. He's gone to Fulham as well. £3.4 million for him. Again, another player who I've sold who's not actually played for the club that I've sold them to. It's really frustrating because they actually are causing me problems because I could actually use these players. Luca Aureliano has gone as well. He's gone to Porto for £5 million. Again, another well-rounded winger. Likes his long shots, good technique, good flair as well. £5 million over to Porto. And there's, as I said, guys, there's not really a huge amount that I can do about it. But look at that, transfers out, 31 million quid's worth. We are making some money. Obviously, this is the main one. Thiago Almada, obviously, who is playing at Atlanta United, was sold before I even started this save. But the money coming into the club is really good. We're going to lean on the development centre a lot in this save. Let's get through the window and I'll see what we can do and how we're looking for the start of season number 2. So season number 2 is here, and I actually have not bought any single player. I don't think I need them. I think I'd like to lean on the youth, as I did mention at the end of last season. We sold another player to Porto, though. Julian Fernandez, he's gone to Porto. Another winger. This system doesn't use advanced wingers, so I feel like the ones that I do have, it's time to sell them for profit. Again, looks like a very nice, well-rounded youngster, 19 years of age, 6'1", supremely well-rounded attributes. I think he's a really nice player. I just can't fit him into my squad, so he's gone for £1.8 million over to Porto as well. Speaking of the squad, this is how things are looking. As you can see, we've kind of been pillaged a little bit. If we just quick pick without restriction our best 11, this is how we're looking for season number 2. This is the main guy, I think. Walter Boo is how I'm going to say this dude's name. As a central attacking midfielder or the striker, I think this guy offers me quite a lot. He didn't really score a lot for us last year. Only 5 goals in the league after signing him for £1.7 million. This is a breakout year needed for this man. We got some good players in here. This is actually quite a nice player. Lautaro Giannetti, he's quite good as well. Very well rounded. I really like this guy. He's suspended for a game in the Copa Libertadores, but absolutely fine. As I said, we're going to start leaning on the youth in this save. If we go into the competition, so this is what we have this year. We've got the Trofeo de Champions. Obviously, we take on River, who won the league. They probably won the cup as well. Did they? Oh no, Boca won the cup. I don't understand what this is. Oh, maybe it's the League Cup. Oh, interesting. Maybe the League Cup is better then. Very interesting. Obviously, we do have the League Cup, the Argentinian Cup, the Copa Libertadores, and the League as well. In terms of our pre-season odds, if we go into the season preview, we can see we are now 20-1 to win the titles. So we're still not fancy to actually win the division, but our odds are shorter than they were last year. Everyone expecting River to go back back-to-back, which is very interesting. Right, let's simulate through the season and see how season number 2 is for us. So season number 2 actually went pretty much as good as I think it could have possibly gone. We've won the league. We've won the Copa Libertadores. I don't know what's happened. This tactic is unreal. If you've not seen 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 Volante Victory, please do go and check it out. It is such a good tactic. And considering we won the league, right, with our last 5 games of the season, I'm just going to show you it in the schedule first and foremost. Look at how we finished this season. We were awful and we still won the title because this run of form prior was absolutely exceptional, and then we just fell apart at the end. But let's go back to the competition tab. We do win the division, 4 points clear of Boca Juniors, 8 points clear of River Plate, so a fantastic season for us there. We go all the way to the Copa Libertadores final as well, beating another Argentine side in that final, 3 goals to 2 there. Ultimately getting that job done with slightly higher XG, a lot higher in terms of that possession though, so we probably deserve to win this game, and we did go all the way to the Copa Libertadores final, which is the first trophy for the club in that competition for a very long time. Copa Argentina, we got to the quarterfinals, knocked out by Boca again. Out of curiosity, did they go on to win it? Yes, they did. A 3-peat for Boca Juniors in the Argentine Cup. In the League Cup, I believe we got to the quarters. We did, and then we lost to Santa Fe, Union de Santa Fe. So we lost our trophy there, but ultimately replaced it with the Copa Libertadores, which I'm quite happy for. The Champions Trophy, where we took on River Plate, we beat them 3-0. Maybe this was a good indication of how the season was going to go. Some good goals there for the boys. Our goalkeeper on a 9.1 obviously saved this penalty as we pick up another trophy. So 3 trophies in season number 2 and a league title. I'm very intrigued to see what we can do for season number 3 and how we can build on this. Obviously, I'd like to win as many trophies as possible. If I could have a season where I won every single trophy, that would be perfect. In terms of our wage budget and stuff, we're absolutely clear. We've got 800 or almost 900k left. Still no debts in there. There might be some transfers that I need to update you guys on. There is not, just loans going out. I wasn't sure if I'd sold anyone else. Looking at this guy, I think he could well be a new gen that is coming into our team very, very soon. Let's get through the window in between season number 2 and season number 3. I'll be back in just a second. So transfer update for season number 3. We do have a couple new players joining the club, but I will talk about initially the players that are leaving. Ricardo Centurion, another winger. Obviously, we don't have wingers in this particular system that we're using, or at least the advanced wingers. So he has gone. He has gone to Leganés in Spain. £2.6 million for him. He wanted to leave. He only played 3 times for us in the league last season. He wanted to leave. I saw some opportunity to make some money, so I did just that. We went out and actually picked up 2 Argentines on free transfers. As I said, I didn't want to break the bank here. Lautaro Morales comes in as a new goalkeeper for us. He's 24 years of age, fits the youth profile of the club a little bit more. He doesn't like his big matches, but I think he's going to be a good signing, especially as a free transfer. We also signed this guy as well. Matias Meluso as a left back, because we really needed a left back after Insua left the club. So in terms of the tactic and the team, guys, I'm bringing the youth in right now. This is the season that we try and make this this improvement. Maximiliano Porcel comes in on one wing on the right hand side. He's a natural at this position, so I'm going to play him there. Looks okay for someone who's 18 years of age, 5'8", has a good transfer value, and we've said that we will sell him if someone comes in for £6.5 million. If they come in, they come in. There's not really much I can do about it. On the other side, we've got this guy, Gianfranco Sijas, who is the guy that I said might be coming into the team very soon. He's here. He's playing as the natural on that left-hand side, looking for him to cause some damage, even though he is 5'1" with 1 jump in reach. He's not going to be winning any of those far post headers, is he? And then this is the main man that I'm looking forward to using, Gianluca Prestiani. I think the central attacking midfield role is prime for this guy. Good passing, good technique as well, good decision making, 5-star potential ability on this guy. He's a consistent performer, fantastic. Number 7, 18 years of age, ready to make his dent as a Velez player. In terms of the competitions and stuff though, guys, we got a couple more. Obviously, we got the Recopa Santander Sudamericana. This is ourselves versus Botafogo. Botafogo, I assume, did go in last year and win the Copa Sudamericana, which they did. They beat Colo-Colo in that final on penalties. So that is ourselves versus them, because we won the Copa Libertadores. We're back in the Libertadores, of course. And if we have a look at the league, the season preview has us at 7-2 now. It's definitely getting a little bit tighter at the top. We are expected to do a little bit better now. So hopefully this year could be our year. Maybe back-to-back Argentine league titles would be fantastic. Guys, we're going to need to expand our trophy cabinet. Season number 3 was an absolute monstrous season. Yet again, we have managed to win the title. This time it's our luck to win on goal difference. Ourselves and River Plate finish on the exact same number of points yet again, 61 points this time around, but our goal difference is 14 better than theirs. So we managed to go back to back in the Argentine division. We've knocked out in the second round of the Copa Libertadores by Flamengo. It's disappointing, but it is Flamengo. They are a big powerhouse team over in Brazil, of course. They didn't get to the final. Palmeiras win. Okay, it's a very disappointing performance for us in the Copa Libertadores. But in terms of Argentina, we absolutely smashed it. We won the Recopa Santander Sudamericana. We win that one on penalties against Botafogo. Good showing, though. Good progression for us. We win the Copa Argentina, winning that one in the final. Just the 1-0. Who scored that winner, out of curiosity? Gianfranco 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪, our new gen, scored after 7 minutes. Let's go. Let's go, the youth getting the rub of the green. The Super Cup Argentina, we win that one as well. We beat Boca Juniors in the final. That one was 2-1. Walter Bo and Meluso with the goals there. And then in the Argentine League Cup, I cannot for the life of me remember where we got. We got to the quarters and we lost to Boca. It seems like when we play them in cup competitions, we lose to Boca Juniors. But look at all the trophies that we are stockpiling in our trophy cabinet. 4 trophies this year. Okay, it was a disappointing shout in the Copa Libertadores, but I don't think that's the kind of competition you can win every year. Much the same as the Champions League. It's very difficult to go back to back in that competition. Some of the youth players, though, let's have a look at some of them. They all actually got double-digit goals, which is really, really nice. Porcel gets himself 10 on this side. 10 goals, 13 assists for this youngster. 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪, the new gen, on the other side, 12 goals, 13 assists for him. So you can really see how things are shaping. He is currently wanted by Empoli and Juventus. And Prestiani has done really well as well. 14 goals for him, 21 assists. If you guys need a central attacking midfielder in your save, go and get this guy. He's really good. Currently wanted by Leeds United, but they're going to have to pay a pretty penny for him. If we do go into his contract, you can see his minimum fee release clause to foreign clubs is £15 million. So Leeds United, you got that money. Other than that, I think a fantastic season. I'm loving this club. I'm loving South America. Is there any other transfers that I need to update you guys on? No, there's not. So let's go into season number 4 of this rebuild of Velez. Transfer update for season number 4, and yet again we sold another player heading over to Europe. It wouldn't be a window without sending a player to Europe. Lautaro Lopez has gone to Espanyol, another youngster, again supremely well-rounded. You can see all of the players that Velez seem to produce are just so good. He's gone to Espanyol for 2 million quid. We've never played him really, so looking forward to getting that money back in and recouping some of that cash for this sort of player, especially considering they've not made an appearance for us. We brought this guy in, Jorge Rodriguez, another good DM or centre-back option for us, well-rounded, a little bit of maturity to add to our very youthful team, because sometimes you do need these more experienced players, and he's definitely been around the block, over 200 appearances in the league for Mr. Rodriguez. In terms of our tactic and stuff, guys, I've actually kind of got a little bit frustrated with the guy who was playing on this side. I can't find him. Where is he? Porcel. He's just not developed as much as I thought he was going to. He's got 16 determination, so I'm not going to pin him into his position. I'm just gonna just let him do his thing, and if the assistant manager picks him, the assistant manager picks him. 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 is still here. He is unhappy with the treatment of Prestiani. He obviously wants a new contract, so we will go and figure that out. He's now a 3.5-star player as an inverted winger. He's still only 5'1", hasn't grown at all, so that's a little bit of a problem, but he's quick, he's tricky, even though his training arrows are on the way down. Prestiani, is here. He is unhappy. He wants a new deal to reflect his ability. So I think we're going to have to give it to him because he was one of our best performers last season. So this is the team and how I'm going to set it up to simulate this season. Obviously, the competitions and stuff, we got loads of them again. The league, Copa Libertadores, we're in that actual same group as Boca, which is very interesting. Copa Argentina, Super Copa Argentina, and the Argentine League Cup. In terms of the season preview, have we clawed things back? We are getting closer. We are predicted to finish in second now, and 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 is here in the Media Dream 11, as is this guy 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 and this guy Maximiliano Perón. They are all in the Media Dream 11 now, so the Argentinian media is definitely starting to look a little bit different at Velez, but River Plate are still expected to win the division. Let's simulate season number 4. Can we three-peat in the league? So to answer the question, can we three-peat in the league? The answer, no. No, we cannot. Boca Juniors go all the way to win the Argentinian league. We're actually only 3 points adrift, but a very poor season by our standards. 51 points. The plus 30 goal difference is nice, but 51 points, not good enough for this particular division. We did win everything else, though. We won the Copa Libertadores, got back to the final of that one, winning that one 2-1 thanks to 2 goals from 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪. Playing up top now. 𝘼𝙗𝙗𝙪 is now that central attacking midfielder. But ultimately, guys, we smashed it. We played really, really well. Played really well all season. Copa Argentina, we win that one. We beat River Plate by 1-0. Back-to-back in those. The Super Copa Argentina, we win. We beat River Plate in that as well. Back-to-back trophies in that particular instance. And the Argentine League Cup, we win that one. We won it in the first season. Haven't won it since, up until season number 4. Again, beating River in that one. Looks like a very poor season for River Plate. Down in 10th. Absolute shambles season for them. I can only assume they have sacked their manager. Managers. Yes, they have. They did sack their manager. Interesting. Oh, no, they haven't. No, they haven't. He's been there over a year. Very poor from him. Very, very poor. So ultimately, season number 4 has been a fantastic success. I would love a season with a full clean sweep of all the trophies. So we're going to run one more season. Let's get through things and let's see what happens in season number 5. So guys, this is the 5th and final season of this Velez Rebuild, and as I normally ask, if you are still watching the video right here, right now, just put down below, congratulations Argentina, down in the comments. Congratulations to Argentina for winning the World Cup. Obviously Messi, the GOAT, finally getting his hands on a World Cup trophy. He's from Argentina. He didn't play at Velez, but he's from Argentina, so let's just say congratulations Argentina down below. Again, we have sold another player, yet another player, over to Europe, Lautaro Morales. He is gone. If we look at his history for us, he's done pretty well for us throughout the course of his time here, but 3.4 million, you cannot sniff at 3.4 million in the Argentinian league. He has gone. Remember, we signed him on a free transfer. That is the way to make money. He's gone to Espanyol. It looks like he's had a very poor season at Espanyol in La Liga thus far, but again, some more money into our coffers and stuff like that. You can see if I touch on the development center, we've got loads of good players coming through here. If I sort these guys by potential, you can see here, promising winger, promising striker, attacking fullback, striker, another goalkeeper, another goalkeeper. Like, just look at Velez in your save. Just go and look at Velez and just pick up some of their new gens. They are unbelievable, I'm telling you. In terms of the tactic, this is how we're doing it. I have to talk about this guy, right? Maximiliano Flores. Now, this guy has all of the base attributes, other than maybe work rate, to make him phenomenal. He's 18 years of age. He's 6'7" and looks like an absolute monster. I'm going to start him every single game he is available. He's currently injured. He's got an abdominal strain. He is currently injured. But I'm going to play him up front for every single game that I possibly can this year. Now he's hit 18 years of age. So I will be pinning these 3 in. I'll show you them all at the end of the season. But 𝘼𝙗𝙗𝙪 looking like a very, very good player now, I have to say, in that advanced playmaker role. In terms of the competition tab, it's full. We have lots of competitions yet again. We've got the Recopa Santander Sudamericana again this year. I want to win all of these competitions. Do you think I can win all of these competitions? Let me know down in the comments section. In terms of the season preview, can we win back another league title? So far, we've had 4 seasons, 2 wins, 2 seasons where we didn't win it. So this is the deciding factor. We are now the favourites to win the division 6-4. It's only taken us 5 years to get into this position, but we are now the favourites to win the Argentine football division, which is fantastic. And I'm really interested to see if we can get our hands back on as many trophies as humanly possible. Let's simulate this 5th and final season and see if it's possible. Guys, all I see everywhere is trophies. 5th and final season with Velez is done. Look at the amount of silverware on offer. Look at the amount of silverware that we have won. The Argentine League Cup, we win that one. We beat Platense in the final 2-1. We beat Boca Juniors in the final of the Supercopa. Again, 2-1. We beat the same team again, 6-2 in the Copa Argentina, 6-2. Look at Flores. You can see he's getting the goals. Chat, video, comment section. You've done. You could just get stuck in these habits, don't you? Sometimes it's just bad. It's just bad from me. But he looks like a very good player. We'll show you him in a second. We also win the Recopa Santander Sudamericana. We beat Botafogo again in that one, 3-1. We lost the away leg in Brazil, win the home leg, which is very nice to see. Copa Libertadores, we make it to the final. We win 3 out of 5 in our time at the club, which is great. We beat Flamengo 2-1 in that final. Again, Maximiliano Flores, 94th minute winner. Big dubs for you. I'm going to show you what he looks like in game because he is very tall. I'm going to show you his winner here. I don't actually know what his winner looks like, but I'll show you it here. We're generating the match report here. Bearing in mind, this is a 94th minute goal. He's like 18, 19 years of age at this time. Look at how big he is. Look at how big he is compared to everybody else. It's so funny. It's a little tap in the 94th minute, but he is an absolute giant in this team and will command a spot in anybody's team moving forward. And we also win the division comfortably. We're actually 12 points clear. It's our highest points return, I believe, so far this season. And again, Flores is the top goal scorer in the division, the highest average rating. Maybe I was justified by putting him into my starting 11 and running him from the start. Let's talk about 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 first and foremost. He's been on the left-hand side. He's developed into quite a nice player. He's currently wanted by Fulham. Looks like Fulham and like Espanyol are just like watching every single player that I have like an absolute hawk. He looks really good. I think he's ready to make that step over to Europe now and would be a good player to have in any team in Europe. Prestiani, he's done very, very well for us as well. Super well-rounded. Hasn't really developed his finishing as much as I would like, but he is only 20 years of age, so maybe some of that stuff will come over the course of another couple of seasons or so, but he is fantastic for us. 10 goals, 14 assists for him this year. Absolutely crushing it. And now let's talk about the big man up top, the top goal scorer for us. He scored 56 goals this season. I've been waiting to show you it. 56 goals, 3 assists. I don't care about his assists. 56 goals in 61 games for an 18-year-old is nothing short of spectacular. He is now currently wanted by Liverpool, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be very intriguing to see what would happen with this guy, with his 17 jumping reach and the fact that he's 6'7". It'll be interesting to see if you would be able to keep hold of him. That's it for this rebuild. If you wanted to pick up this save, you can do. I post all the saves of all the rebuilds that I do in my Discord channel for you to pick up. If you want to take this trio of players and see what you can actually do with them, see if you can keep Liverpool's hands off of Flores, please do let me know how you get on with that. I'm always looking forward to seeing that. And if you want to watch some more rebuild content, guys, check out this playlist popping up right here. It's all the rebuilds that we've done in FM23 so far.